Okay, it is April 22nd, 2024 at 6 p.m. The Board of Health meeting, we are actually at the Central Fire Station today because of Election Day. Can I have a roll call, please?
James LaQuick.
Gavin Meyer.
And Chris Nosella, we're all in attendance. Additions and deletions, Carla, I don't think we have
So
any.
I've got under 1.3, it's 18 Spruce Street,
18 Spruce.
and it's an upgrade. And then I've got 8 Bow Street. It's a local upgrade approval. They ran into an issue with the install, so they're asking for a local upgrade approval for that.
Okay. All right, why don't we get to those? Rick, why don't you start us off with 18 Spruce?
So, existing house with a failing system. Tank is right about where they're proposing the new 1,500 gallon, and the field is actually right where they're proposing the new one. So it'll be a remove and replace. They'll have to pull all that material out, pull the tank out, put these 2 new tanks in, so 1,500 and 1,000 gallon, and then a 15 by 30 leach field. There's 6 feet of fill that's gonna come out too. So it'll be quite a bit. They put that system on top of topsoil. It's amazing that it
Original?
lasted as long as it did, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
So it'll be,
Do you have any idea how old that system is?
it's probably original to the house, which was
So if it's, we don't have the private
Probably the
subscription.
70s.
probably like in the 70s
Here's
sometimes.
this
Is that what they did back then?
Not typically, but this one was. I mean, we dug right through it to try to get our test holes and topsoil underneath it.
Wow.
I haven't heard of that one before, Rick.
Every once in a while it comes up, and it seems like it's around that 70s kind of time.
How much was that?
6 feet.
That's pretty bad. Isn't it supposed to
Hey.
reach into sand?
There's always something interesting somewhere.
But no variances, so it's in full compliance with your regs and full compliance with Title V. It just doesn't have the reserve because that's not required for an upgrade.
All right, I'll make a motion that we accept 18 Spruce Street as drawn.
I'll second that. All in favor?
Aye.
Gavin?
Yep.
Thank you. Jim? For that. And you have 8 Bow Street?
Yeah. So this is a letter that you guys can take for your records. Copy for myself.
We already approved this, I assume.
Yeah, so this was approved in February on the 26th. And it was a 2,500 gallon 2 compartment septic tank that was gonna have a sleeve because it was going over the water line and then over to these galleys. So you guys had approved a variance for the offset to the foundation and an offset to this property line. It was really the only spot where it was gonna fit in. So they started putting this in and found out that this building sewer is actually a foot lower than what they thought. And it's a rubble foundation, so field stone with granite slabs on top. And they're like, we can't change the plumbing, we can't core through that. So what they're asking for is a 1 foot groundwater reduction, so from 5 feet to 4 feet, to be able to sink these pits 1 foot lower, to keep plumbing as it is. The tank will sink a foot lower too, so basically drop everything down a foot.
You said it's granite foundation of the house?
So it's field stone with granite on top.
Not too many options available there. Any questions, Chris?
No, that one absolutely not. That's pretty much common sense.
Okay, I'll make a...
Gavin, do you have any questions?
Sorry.
No question.
Okay, I guess not. Go ahead, Jim.
Make a motion to approve 8 Bow Street with the new offset to the groundwater field of 4 feet.
Yeah. Okay, I'll second that. All in favor?
Aye.
Gavin?
Aye.
Okay, excellent. We got you, buddy. Okay, so we are moving on to 1.4. CW Shaw and Son, curbside trash and recycling.
Rick, do you have the permit for?
It's
Oh, it's
not
already
in
been
the permit,
signed.
It's already been
Okay,
signed, so
it's
yeah,
already
it just was extra variance, yeah.
Do you need one of these, Jim? Do you have an agenda? Oh, okay. Okay, so where are we at? Did you guys come up with anything to help us at all? I can see that as a no. Well, doing the math in my head,
Yes.
the extra 50,000 that you charge us not to have trash barrels,
Yeah.
in 5 years will be how much money? $250,000 extra.
Can you re-say again what you just
Because
said?
you said it's 50,000 for the other contract if we don't take the trash barrels.
They have to
So
take
that's
that.
$250,000. It's $375,000 for the trash barrels. You're working in a town with no money.
Yeah.
I don't think we can do that, but I'm not willing to make that decision. If the board pleases, I would rather take this to the town and let them pick which one they want. Because we have no money, there's gonna be a 2.5 override regardless of which way we go.
Okay.
I think the town would be appreciative of the board if we let them decide. We will obviously ask them for a 5-year contract.
All right.
I mean, that's my thing.
Might as well ask for a 5-year contract.
What's that?
I said, if we're gonna let the town vote, we might as well go for a 5-year contract.
Yeah, exactly, because there's a 2.5 override anyway.
Yeah.
I just don't feel that neither of these deals are town-friendly, so I don't really want to pick one. Gavin, do you have anything to say?
So to go to a vote with town, we would have to approve the 5-year deal
Yeah, we can do that.
as a board, right? And then the town would go to a vote and see what happened. I don't know how long that would take to get the town to go to vote on that.
I believe that you can
We
get
would
into the
probably
warrant
be
right
back
now.
at the same point in the future after that.
Well, we can get on if we can get on the warrant for this vote,
If the town,
Yeah.
if the override doesn't pass today, there's gonna be another override, and we can get on that warrant.
right? Okay, so if it does pass, we can't get on.
We'd have to have a special town meeting.
That's fine. I don't care about that. Our glorious leaders love to have those, so we just let them have another one. That's all. I mean, that's my opinion. I think I'd rather, like I said, with a 2.5 override, just do a 5-year contract, and we don't have to worry about it for 5 years, because we're gonna have to ask the town to vote for money anyway. Like I said, the trash barrels are $100,000 more than no trash barrels. We don't have any money anyway. So I think we let the town vote on it because it's gonna be their money that they're spending. And they may go, ooh, we want trash barrels, we're all set. Or they might go, no, we'd rather save the money and just go with the no trash barrels, the way we have it. I can't tell you which way the town's gonna go.
Oh, right, no, I know that, right.
You know, I can tell you which way that the, what the hell do they call, the selectmen would probably go for the cheaper option. But they probably wouldn't want a 5-year deal. I'd rather just do the 5-year and not have to worry about
Right.
it. What do you think?
I like your way of thinking on this one. My question is, what's gonna happen between now and the town meeting, because they still have to pick up trash, how are we gonna handle that?
He's good till July.
He's good till July.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The town meeting would be in June, and
Right.
if the override does pass, then like you said, you just have to have another.
yeah, we can always extend you for
Yeah,
a month or two, whatever it takes to get the contract signed.
yeah, that's fine.
Well,
Yeah.
I believe it was slated for June 22nd,
Mm.
was the second
Override?
override town meeting.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, I'm
So
sure that
it's
we
before
can-
July 1st.
Yeah, I'm sure we can approve that, no problem, just give them an extension for a couple months, you know,
Yep.
3 months, whatever it takes to get the contracts out,
Right.
you
Yeah,
know? We all good with that?
I'm good with that.
Yeah. Gavin?
Yeah, I didn't really hear what Carla was saying, but
She's right next to me and I couldn't either, so. And I know Jim's got his hearing aids turned off, so he didn't either.
No, they're not turned off. They might be turned on your side.
Could you tell Gavin again?
I'm not sure what
He
specifically.
didn't hear anything you said.
Anything, well. what-
The meeting's on June 22nd.
Yeah.
Oh,
The
okay.
contract that with them.
So Gavin, if there's a vote of no for the override that the town is voting on tonight, there's already another override meeting scheduled for June. So it's already in the books to be scheduled, so it's a 50-50 shot. If the town votes the override, then we will have to have another separate election. Depends on which way it goes tonight. Did you hear me?
okay. Yep.
Okay.
Okay, so I want to bring that up for a vote on how we're going to do this, to make it all purdy and legal. So that our, Irene, do you have something back there?
Yes, and the question is, what, you, going out to the public is fine, but what are you gonna give to them? Go-karts and no-go-karts? Or,
Basically, what we have now, or trash barrels.
so, and then how is that gonna be paid for? So there are options on how the carts can be paid for. So
Yeah.
the option is the vendor can own the carts at the end of the contract. The town can own the carts at the end of the contract.
Yeah,
Or the town can buy them outright off a state contract and own them forever. And this way, right now, you're discussing a 3-year, a 5-year. If you go to the vendor on state contract, you can have a 10-year.
I understand that. I don't know, seeing as that we are going to have to get at least, I think we figured out, Gavin, what did we figure at the end of the 5-year contract, we're gonna be over $1 million a year?
Yep.
So you look at,
Probably right at the 5 years with the tipping rate.
yeah,
Yeah.
because we're guessing on the tipping rates, because we don't know what they're gonna be
Right.
in.
Well, and
year
everything's
4 and
gonna
5.
change because our landfills are gonna be gone
Yeah.
by,
Well,
6 years.
Glenn will have his
Yeah, I'm-
transfer
I'm-
station
like
open
I'm
by
saying, I'm
then.
still-
Well, you should have it open in 5 years.
I hope that it'll be open by the end of May.
Ooh, so that's even cheaper for our company. See, I like the idea with the trash barrels, if you own them and you maintain them and you bring them out and you take them back if you don't have a contract, so that I save $375,000.
in all the contracts that we right now have,
Mm.
if the town owns them, the vendor owns them, the town owns them after, we put it in the contract that says maintenance will be done by the hauler. That's kind of, we add that in there.
Yeah, I'd still rather have him own them so I don't have to do a damn thing. And we'll save $375,000.
You gotta remember something, though, Chris, we're talking about the townspeople, not your personal interest.
I know, that's why we're going to vote with the town.
All right.
I think that's the
So how are we
best way
gonna
to
do that with the town? Like,
What we'll
how
have to
many
do
cents-
is, we'll have a special call meeting.
Yeah.
Kyle will write up what we want to do, how we want to say it, right, to put it into the, whatever the hell it's
So,
called.
so there's a couple more items to put on there. The size of the carts, are we talking about
64 gallon,
64 gallons for everybody?
yep. If they want to pay for and buy a smaller one, they can.
And there are some people that have carts out there now that are under a year old.
I understand that, but they
And
have
if
to
it had
fit
a
the truck.
bar, if it could
He
be,
doesn't use the
used.
one with the bar. He uses a grabber. It has to be able to grab the side and not slide off when they lift it into the truck.
So the bar really doesn't matter.
okay. But if they had a sturdy one that they already spent $100, $200 on,
We're doing a contract for the town. It isn't, Jimmy has one, Tommy doesn't. You
I'm
can't
just
do
saying that we had Earth Day and
Yeah.
these are some of the questions that were brought up
Yeah.
on Saturday.
Yeah.
And
So,
I
then,
mean, somebody that bought mine, I would buy them back. You know, that's, me and him were trying to figure that out, like, on the condition of it, because some people take really good care of them, and some people really don't. So, that's what we were gonna do. And anybody that bought one off me, I wouldn't be that person, I would definitely buy it back.
um,
Unless you
And
bought it from Walmart, I'm not buying a Walmart.
I didn't, I bought it from Home Depot.
So I think the goal is that you don't wanna get out of the people you don't wanna get out of the vehicle anymore, so really, we're not gonna have overflow bags anymore, you don't want the overflow bags.
No, I can still pick up the overflow bags, we do with other contracts. A lot of people don't have.
Right, it's just a few.
Yes.
But it's just that the other question is, if some residents wanted to buy a new cart, you know, like they wanted 2 carts, then they should buy that, like it would be kind of like, that wouldn't be in the tax base.
Yeah,
It
it's
would
not
be-
part of the tax base. That's
It would
been-
need to be,
that'll
they'd buy the
between
cart
them.
and pay a little more for the disposal of those items. And we were also talking about that
Yeah.
for recycling, you want the recycling cart to also be in a
Yes.
cart.
Yes.
So
Yes.
if we do that, then there are some people like myself, I have 3 recycling bins out
Yeah.
right now.
Oh, is that not you anymore?
Excuse me.
That's not you anymore? Hi, who's on the phone?
That's really spooky.
Oh, is that you on the phone? Oh, all right. I'm thinking, Gavin's awful quiet.
I tried to switch it.
Yeah.
Switch. I've been standing outside.
Oh,
And then could a resident then needs to buy the recycling cart, and do they need to then pay also for that extra recycling? I prefer not to, but it's like, there is a cost, there's a cost for another container if I.
understandable, yes.
I mean, we have the recycling center to go there, I'll go there more if I have to, but it's,
Well, remember that you
I have
either
10
put it
people
at the
now.
curb or take it to the recycle
Yeah.
center. It costs money, either
absolutely,
way.
yep,
The only difference is that with everybody taking everything to the recycle center, we will have to raise prices to cover the cost. We won't have a choice because, you know. Now, question for you, Glenn. If the town votes for the stay the way we are, do we get our $6,000 back?
The credit?
Whoa, you said, and I can look it up on the camera, you said the only reason why you took it was to pay for the trash barrel.
Well, that too, but.
If we're not paying for trash barrels, then
then
you
you gotta pay,
should have that money
for an extra
back.
guy.
No,
Yes,
no.
because I gotta put a guy in the back of the truck now.
And you gotta pay for all the trash barrels.
Yeah, but that guy's salary pays for the trash bills.
So you're gonna pay for the trash barrels.
That's what the first one was.
No, the first one, you wanted me to pay for the trash.
No, well, it's included in the contract.
Yeah, I don't wanna pay for trash barrels.
You don't want.
I like her idea where you own them, you take care of them, you supply them.
Yeah, and then I gotta pay for delivery, I gotta still buy them, somebody has to pay for
All right, can we move this right now?
it. Somebody has
We're
to pay
going
for it.
nowhere fast.
I just want us to be, when you're doing the vote, we just need to make sure what we're voting on clearly.
That's what I'm saying.
Yes,
And-
we will
and
make it
if-
very
and
clear
you
to
know,
everyone.
Do the
Yes.
education out there
Yes.
to be.
Really
Yeah.
have to get education,
Yeah.
that is super key. I think meeting with town council when they have their hours at the town hall and the town administrator, because I don't even know when Eric's leaving. So I'd really like to make sure that we, and work with you, Glenn or Ben, exactly how that needs to be worded.
Right.
So the public can possibly have an informational meeting where we have a flyer and someone gets up and just talks, and it's a cable. It could be a cable thing that just runs
Right.
every hour or so.
Do you have a national, like, Massachusetts, what it costs per household per month to get their trash picked up?
For the average, are you talking for a town contracted program? It's about 300, it's in between 250 and 350.
So first, are we gonna take
A year.
put a motion on this to the town?
Yes.
Roughly.
Okay.
I just swear someone else is
I
on.
think that's where you're at now. I think that's,
I asked them, no one answered.
Like 22 bucks.
All right, so can we get a motion to bring this before town vote on the contract?
250 and then 20 bucks.
Based on
$20
town
a week. That's pretty
council's
cheap.
recommendations.
That's why I don't.
Well, he's not gonna recommend anything but a legal contract.
Well, I'd like to have it.
Yeah.
I'd
Well,
like to
I'm
leave
just
with,
ready
you know,
for 20
Eric's. I mean, typically we have a town administrator that we would work with, but I don't know that Eric's available.
No, I don't think he is.
Like, maybe the gold or something like that.
He's leaving. So.
Yeah, I remember.
Yes, not to be bothered.
because you've had, I mean,
We can get them. We can say this.
That's why I think that we should have town council look at any type. I could ask Charles, I could ask the selectmen
Yeah.
to help
I don't know,
us.
say personally.
I just really wanna make sure that it's worded correctly.
Yeah, no, that's fine. All we have to do is get, I mean, we're talking about,
Not,
June.
not now, the state contract.
It's, they're not the same.
it's not like we need this thing tomorrow. We vote to take it to town, you can work with council to write it up so that
Work
everyone
with the
will
town
understand.
council,
Yes.
and then we can come back at
Right.
the next
Just a
meeting.
few bucks.
And
And then
then,
what, like $3?
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. We all good with that?
Yeah, it's better than
Yeah.
that.
Okay. Can I get a motion? All right. I will motion that the Board of Health take the trash contract, have the lawyers work with Carla to write up, how do we put that, Carla?
To draft the warrant article appropriately with GW Sharon Sons and the Board of Health to take it to the voters. Two options.
Thank you. There you go. That'll work.
That'll
Can I get a second on that?
A second.
All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Very good. That was a lot harder for me than it was for everybody else.
Okay. And Irene, you're gonna help me with that too?
Excellent. Earth Day cleanup update. I imagine that's why you're,
Except for the trash, making sure everything is good. We had a great event. Thankfully, the weather held out on us. I mean, it stopped. The rain stopped like right when the program was opening. So we had people on social media going, "Are you open? Are you open?" "Yes, we're here. Come on down." So it was beautiful. Lots of kids programs, lots of social media, all the different vendors were posting stuff, so it was really good. A lot of discussion about composting. Like, this was like, he can protest, it was unbelievable. Like, in the past, we had people being like, "What's that? Okay, I compost already, you can give me a kitchen scrap bucket, okay." Thank you for the kitchen scrap buckets, they all went within an hour.
I imagine they
They
would have, yeah.
flew, everybody was so happy about that. And the
Right.
compost bin, I had people and kids coming to me, bringing their parents and go, "We need to compost, we need this bin."
Recycle center. That'd be a great place
And
for
I
it to
had
go.
many people ask, "Okay, I'm not gonna win this, so where can I buy it?" I said, so we had the flyer, she had the prices up there, $50, $10 for
Yeah.
the buckets. They were like, "I'll pay it and I'll go down there." So it
That's
was
awesome.
really a change in people mindset about composting.
Right, yeah.
And we would really like to promote more composting. And we had people ask, not like, I composted it in my own house before, but when I came here, I don't have it of where I'm living in the apartment or situation that they have here in town. And so they would really like a drop-off location. And we said we wouldn't have it at the transfer station, but maybe we could work with the schools, because they should be doing food waste or collections, or at the maybe highway department or something, that we could maybe make an arrangement and say, "Hey, we have the arrangement for oil on Saturdays at the highway department. Maybe we could have food waste as well, just being there's a bucket there and it can be picked up." So, we have other towns that do this and have no problems. It's
Yeah.
just people have it at their house right now. And they can have it, it's at another location, and they can just either pay per bag, or we can use it as a grant. We actually get more money if we have an organics drop-off somewhere.
I didn't know.
So that's definitely, an option. People were for it, like, it was
Yeah.
really good.
That's good. Do you have any idea on how many people were interested? Off the top of your head, 100, 1,000, 12?
We gave out 25 bins right away.
Yeah.
And I think the bucket had at least like 30. Oh, you put your name, you picked it out. I think about like
30, yeah.
So about 30 people put their name in that they actually wanted a new one. They wanted to start off. So I'd say at least 50 people came by that were saying
Good start.
composting. So that was very different from in the past. I really had to fight people to discuss what home composting is.
Yeah. My question to you, because I don't compost, because anytime I throw something in my yard, the critters eat it anyway, so I don't really need to. I imagine most of Townsend is that way. Any fruit or vegetables, I just throw in the woods. It's not there the next day. Somebody's eating it. Could be my neighbor's dog, I don't know. But what, you talk about a drop-off for the compost.
Leftover
I-
food waste of that you don't
I
wanna
thought you're
give.
supposed to put
And
that
it
in
could
the
be the
bin.
flowers and things like that that you might not wanna give, your animals are not gonna eat the flowers. I mean, you can just compost it with your leaves,
Right,
but there are people that live in apartment buildings and things like that, they just felt that they could not put in a compost bin. I mean, we could
Okay.
talk to the landowner, the property owners and say they could have a compost bin, but we're still trying to get them to do cardboard recycling,
Is there
so.
any pig farms left?
I
I'm serious.
think it's him.
Do you still have a pig farm?
Yeah, yeah.
So you want that stuff?
Well, the flowers and stuff is in, like,
Yeah.
we're almost ready, almost there for that too.
Yeah. No, I'm just curious,
Yeah.
'cause I wouldn't know what to do with that stuff.
Like, the food waste, the food scraps, we used to pick them up in Townsend. So
Right,
That's how we started.
yeah. Oh, really? Doing the actual garbage?
Yeah, that's how my father started.
Oh, God, I used to hate the smell of those things when they came to my neighborhood.
Ah.
So now there's all different things. I mean, some stuff doesn't always go to the
Right.
pigs. For pigs, you want it to be cleaner food, but if you're using everything that's coming out of your house, you know, things, we say no meat, no dairy. But then if you have an industrial picker-upper who's gonna compost it
Yeah, 'cause you
and the
can
right
put meat,
condition,
dairy,
you
all that.
can have,
Yeah.
I had a special party and we had lobsters and shells and things like that, then those can all be composted,
Right.
you know.
It's something we put into our bid that
Yeah.
is negotiable if you guys are open to it.
Yeah.
You won't like it, it'll cost.
It costs more.
Costs money. I'm in a town with no money. I can't help
So just
that.
put a truck on the road, the wheels have to turn, so much together. Fuel.
You know, there is things called helping your neighbors. We are neighbors.
There we are.
We
That's
should
why,
help our neighbors.
that's why I'm doing it so cheap.
You know what? I'd like to pick your trash up for free for a couple of months. Would be nice and neighborly. No, but I'm just curious now, are you thinking like a dumpster?
No, a roll-off, just a cart, it's just a cart. It's just a cart in a location, we have it at Air and Groton, and it's just, they have a 96 gallon or a 64 gallon cart that they use, and people
You know,
get,
one of the
what's
trash
called,
bags?
they use their kitchen scrap buckets, they either dump it right in,
Oh.
or they get compostable bags, and they can kind of put that as
Oh,
their
okay.
liners, and then they put that in there. It's only gonna be the
Oh.
people that don't have,
Yeah.
and in winter months, you know, we don't wanna
Yeah.
sometimes do, my husband was really good at certain times,
Yeah.
and would actually plow me a little section to get to my, snow blow my, go to my compost bin.
Very nice.
Not everybody does that.
All right, so that we'll look into that, I guess.
Alright, for other Earth Day stuff, the bags, people I know flew all over the place doing cleanup, so there should be at least like 100 bags,
I
200
threw mine
bags
out
out
already.
there.
Told me to throw them in the trash barrel, so I did.
A lot of recyclable material collected. My Girl Scouts did Turnpike Road, and we had 8 bags, and 6 of them were recyclables. A lot of beer cans. I mean, that's the girls were saying, you know, this is ridiculous. If it's on the side of the road, they're drinking and driving, and that we really should have that kind of discussion. We did find in our section the nips went down, but I heard in other sections the nips were up. So I guess somebody decided to just go on another road to get home or
Are they
something.
gonna ban those in Mass? They always talk about banning those,
It's
right?
on the, I think, the
Yeah.
State House's discussion. We did give you some invoices and things like that that we discussed last time you were okay with paying, so Karen will be coming in with, her receipts that she already paid for them, so she just needs to get paid. And then, Arrow Septic needs to be paid, cause we somehow, his invoices never got to us, but you got the invoice, cause it was in the check, it came to us right away.
Okay,
So just do a check of, Arrow Septic and it should come right up.
Great.
So please pay him because he's had like 3 years of no pay. And that's too neighborly, he has to pay his bills.
Did you get that?
I was waiting for you to go. See?
But that's just two porta potties.
I have to depart.
Yes.
I have to leave because I've got another thing to say.
Oh, okay. I
So I want to just thank you for.
Yes, thank you, Jim, I appreciate you coming back for us.
Gavin?
So,
Thank you, okay? And I will see you where the wind blows,
yeah,
all right?
all right, take it easy.
Be good, everybody.
See you, Jim.
Okay, so, you're all set then, and we'll have to look into, the board will look into what to do with, the trash barrel. I don't know if the highway department wants it there, because I imagine it's gonna smell. I'm thinking
If you
maybe,
put a little leaves or sawdust on the bottom, like whatever they might have, you can do that too. And if we tell people, most people, we can say, hey, where to get the compostable bags, they would probably be, it's not as bad as what
Okay.
you think.
all right, we gotta move along, because it is NHL playoff season and the Bruins are playing, and that one. All right, so thank you. Let's see, invoices. Collins.
Hang on, I just want to make sure, you guys, are you okay?
Yeah, what?
Okay.
Hmm.
Okay.
No, we're good.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, well, the
We're gonna,
board will
it'll be a long
discuss it.
discussion on that. It's gonna take us a little bit, we'll have to get our,
Yeah. I, like I said, this is new
You
to me,
mean
that
for the
stuff.
motion?
Yes,
Yes,
we're gonna have
do
to
you want
educate
to,
them.
do you want to start drafting something then?
I
Is-
can play with it and then we can compare with, I think you guys said the lawyers and
Yeah,
figure out.
what we have is we have town council, office hours, I believe it's Tuesday, the last Tuesday of the month, so what is that, next Tuesday? So that's next Tuesday. Hopefully I will be able to get in, pass it by town council to make sure that the motion is acceptable, it's written legally right.
right.
As I said, I don't know what the situation with the town administrator is, he is a lawyer and typically he would help us with this, but you and I both, everybody wants to make sure that it's correct,
Right.
Mm.
so,
All right.
okay.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you, Gary.
It's been fun working with you. I'm sure the next administration will help you out a lot. Anyway, okay, so we got invoices, Colin.
Okay, 200 green bags, because that's how many we had to buy. I don't know if all 200 went, but I was scrambling to get the last 100. The compost pile signs, $222, those are no plastic bags in the compost piles. Those are very important. Carla Travel, Weston and Sampson, normal invoice. We have a certified mailing that went out to 63 Mason Road. We have suspended their trash. The certified mailing has come back. It's a renter. We don't know who's in the house, but the people who own the house, it's in tax title. And it's gonna be a problem. So, I will talk to the town.
Can we file them?
Well, we're trying to, we can't find them. We can't find them, I mean, the address, the assessor came back that she couldn't find them at all. And ironically, the person who was last on the census living there, her last address was the same address of the people that we can't find. And I believe that we found through public records that one of them is deceased. The whole property's in tax title right now. So, and the owner saw people surveying. That is the cell phone for myself, which I'm trying to find the other piece to it. So there's actually 2 copies. I don't have the second copy,
Is this
so.
the same invoice?
It's every month. It's every month. It's just that I don't have. Here it is. It got unstapled. So there's actually 2, and that's 1. So there's 2 bills for $47. I only had 1 bill, and here's the 2 bills. So if you are uncomfortable at the last minute, that's the original. And then it's the second showing that it's now 2 months. So you have this one, and then you have that one right there. See, 47 for the first month. Then we didn't get this until after our last meeting, and now the second one comes in, so now it's 92. It's 47 a month for that. Ether Lock and Key, we got a new lock for the recycling center and keys. There was time, there was just too many people that,
Oh, that's the lock.
the lock, and it's a nice one. And
Lever action.
that is it.
Well, for prosperity, Kevin, we'll do the future agenda items.
Oh, minutes were already signed, would you like to see them? Okay.
They were already signed?
Well, there was two because I didn't, I think you actually have,
It's not recorded.
right there, Gus.
Yeah, let him finish, we've got time.
Okay.
I can get home in 10 minutes, 5 minutes.
Should not be home in 5 minutes.
Oh, nobody signed that one. What's that?
Well, I think there's an extra, yeah, there's two. Yes, it's this.
Oh, that goes with that
Yes,
one.
yes. My stapler ran out, so I had paper clips on them, and then I was all excited when I got my new stapler today. So little things.
Excellent. All right, so future agenda items, next meeting is at 5:13 at 6 PM. The recycle center entrance update, I'm sure that you will take care of that, Carla.
Sure,
Tobacco regulation update, Carla, I'm sure you'll take care of that.
sure.
Reorganization of board members, that will be on the next meeting, I assume. Now, on a personal note, Gavin, I'd like to thank you for your time with the Board of Health. You've been a big help to us, and you've done a fantastic job, you know? And I will miss you, although I will see you because, well, hell, you don't live that far away.
It's all the tats again.
Yeah. Yeah, it's all the chats I have.
I appreciate the time.
Yeah, I appreciate your help.
Thanks.
And for the general public, today is my last day also, I'm resigning. Just to let everyone know that I will be turning in my resignation papers tomorrow.
Okay.
All right? Can I get a motion to close?
I'll make a motion to close the meeting at 6:42.
I'll second that, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Thank you very much, Colin.